Welcome back, my fellow retirees and adventurers alike. Today, grab your car keys. We're going to St. Augustine. Let's go. And just like that, we made it to St. Augustine, Florida. Now, let's go find some trouble. All right, friends, when in St. Augustine, we have to hit Salt Life. If you've never been, it's a great experience. Let's go inside and check it out. Located right across the street from the St. Augustine Beach Pier, Salt Life offers great views and great vibes. Their menu ranges from burgers to seafood, even sushi. Now, a must-do when you visit are the fries. They offer their seasoned fries with a Salt Shack sauce. Cheers. Kind of like a Thousand Island, only a million times better. The St. Augustine Lighthouse started as a Spanish wooden watchtower in the late 1600s, guarding against enemies near what's now America's oldest city. By 1824, after America switched hands, Americans turned a coquina stone version into Florida's first official lighthouse, lighting up with basic lamps until a fourth order Fresnel lens arrived in 1855. The old tower crumbled into the sea in 1878, so they built the iconic spiral striped brick one you climb today. 219 steps to a first order Fresnel lens that guided ships till automation hit in 1955. While we're not in the market for any plants or pottery on this trip, Leonardo's is always a fun stop. It's a breath of fresh air in between stops. Leonardo's has been family run for about 60 years. They offer unique pottery and tropical palms and plants. The vibe is a lush winding path through what seems to be a rainforest setting.
How close from here?
And we are at the world famous Conch House in St. Augustine, Florida. We're actually sitting at a tiki bar. We're having a delicious lunch. Judy has the fried shrimp. I have the blackened shrimp tacos. We have the water behind us, the band warming up in the back. Amazing vibes here. If you haven't been, you've got to come here. This is your number one stop to stop at while in St. Augustine, Florida. Judy, your opinion?
Absolutely, and there's amazing breeze coming off of the water.
Good vibes and good times. Now on this stop, we did not visit the fort as we've been there many times in the past. But if you're new to the St. Augustine area and you've never been to the fort, you definitely want to check it out. There's a lot of history, and the views on top of the stone walls are amazing. In a nutshell, the fort was built by the Spanish in 1672 to shield their precious port from pirates and rival colonizers. The star-shaped fort in St. Augustine has seen it all. Sieges by the English, occupation by the British, and even a stint as a Confederate prison. Boat drinks in St. Augustine is a local staple. Think nautical, tropical vibes with fresh oysters and local seafood. Their cocktails are loaded with rum. They boast one of Florida's biggest rum lists, and all of their drinks are made with fresh house juices and syrups. While you're there, don't forget to try one of their killer grouper sandwiches. Welcome to St. George Street. This street is a bustling, pedestrian-only slice of history right downtown. Think of cobblestones and Spanish colonial buildings from the 1600s. They're all squeezed between quirky shops, selling handmade crafts and art, plus spots for gelato or even a craft beer in a shady courtyard. It's basically America's oldest city on display, with landmarks like the Old City Gate and the oldest wooden schoolhouse tucked in. It mixes tourists snapping pics, along with street performers and locals grabbing coffee. It's super walkable. It feels like stepping back in time without the cars. Now we arrived at Flagler College, this gorgeous Gothic campus right in the middle of St. Augustine, Florida. It was originally built by Henry Flagler in the late 1800s as a luxury hotel for the rich and famous. Now, it's just classrooms buzzing with artsy, small school vibes, and theater kids running around rehearsing literature majors in cozy cafes, and everyone soaking up 400 years of Florida history. Folks, I have a favor to ask every one of you. We had this experience in St. Augustine and it was really, really good. We liked it a lot. Now, we need some other places to go to. Please, if you know a little gem like St. Augustine that we could go to and experience some happy hours, some history, some culture, let us know. Please, drop down in the comments and give us your experiences. Every one of you know one little place that's special to you. Share that with the community. That way we can figure it out. Maybe we can highlight it. Maybe you can highlight it and post it on this website. But together we'll benefit from your input. Thank you. The ice plant is nestled in a hulking 1927 concrete building that once cranked out ice for shrimp boats and desperate housewives. The bar is now a buzzing cocktail haven. Think bartenders wielding heirloom sugarcane for twists like the Flagler Billionaire, while the kitchen dishes up farm-to-table gems from pimento cheese to grass-fed burgers. Restored to shout its vintage vibes with those custom ice blocks nodding to its past, it's where history meets happy hour. And that concludes this episode, folks. We did it. We did a day trip all the way to St. Augustine. Took 2 hours to get here, 2 hours back. We hit as many spots as we could. Now, being honest, it's impossible to hit all the spots here in one day. Honestly, you need about 3 or 4 days here, and it's worth your time to come here for 3 or 4 days to see everything this town has to offer. So much history, so much culture. But for what we did in a day trip, I think we did justice to this place. Judy, what do you think?
Absolutely.
So there you go, folks. So hopefully you saw St. Augustine through our eyes, and we highlighted a few of the spots that are kind of off the beaten path that are worth seeing. So until next time, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, folks.